Welcome Aries, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your September full moon reading in Virgo. This is for all Aries placements. However, if you have an Aries rising, this full moon is going to affect you in your sixth house of routines, habits, and the ways in which you take care of yourself so that you can be productive and efficient. It's also the house of service, where you work with others for an agreed upon or a collective goal. So before we get started, Aries, I want to thank all of you who have liked, subscribed to my channel. You have shared, donated, commented. It all is, I feel the support from all of you, and it is deeply appreciated. So let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for the second half of September. And we have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles shows you to be independent financially, secure, stable, protected, feeling very much surrounded and benefiting from those things that you have created for your own stability and comfort, leisure, and productivity. This also shows you capable and willing to invest in others. Your sense of generosity is balanced so that whatever you give is what you are able to give, rather than in a way that would pull you up short or challenge your own resources, abundant resources. In the 10th house, where others see you, we have the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords indicates a kind of challenge, a decision to be made. The decision is relevant to not only your career, your work, your employment, but the way in which you are a part of a larger community. And you may be making a decision about your location, an opportunity to move. You're considering options, you're weighing them out. But this card indicates that you may need more information in order to make the best assessment. You are perhaps avoiding some aspect of this decision that is uncomfortable to you, and in so doing, you may not be making yourself available to all the information that is there for you to consider. Many more options beyond the choice before you. In your first house, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is indicating that you have been through an incredibly challenging time. This has been a time that has required you to give on faith, to support others as needed without any expectation of return. However, understanding that your reward is in your maturity, your ability to recognize how much how strong you are, how much more you have to give than many others around you, and that this period of serving others, supporting others so that they can also persevere through obstacles, meet challenges in a productive way, has increased your sense of capacity, your sense of resilience, your ability to hold strength in a gentle way, to be resilient, to bear your strength in a way that doesn't require you to be aggressive or assertive, in a way that is more characteristic of Aries. In your fourth house, the house of your family, your history, memory, your roots, the Hermit card is indicating that you have been in a period of withdrawal, retreat, looking within for answers. You have been drawing from your own resource of wisdom and seeking advisement, counsel from those that you respect as authorities. You are seeking out teachers, those connections with visible and invisible supporters who understand you, know your path, know your legacy, your inheritance, and can coach you along in ways that allow you to learn and model what you've learned for others. So, as you have survived this very difficult transition through some grueling hardships, you have been able to make choices, make decisions based on who you are and what aligns with your needs and desires. In the seventh house, we have the Lovers. The Lovers is jiving a little bit with your Two of Swords in the house of your social position, the way others viewed you. The Lovers is giving you again an opportunity to choose between two paths among your significant others. This refers to partnerships. It also refers to your relationship to your goals, your relationship to your potential. So you are well practiced through this experience that you have been through to understand how to discriminate among the choices you have so that you are choosing your long-term solution, your long-term best path of growth, and you are moving away from any short-term satisfaction or gratification so that you are indeed choosing, in a sense, between a higher road and a lower road. And that is bearing upon not only the choice, your position in the community within a significant labor or effort that you perform, but it's also connecting the choices that you're making about where you're putting that energy, where you are physically, how you are thinking about the choices before you, and your relationships, your partnerships are intimately tied in with the decisions that you feel are eminent for you to make at this time. I'm going to clarify the first house with the Four of Wands and the Page of Wands. So this indicates that you have been really focused on the strengths, that the ability to overcome the challenges you've faced have grounded you more deeply into your cultural, your spiritual foundation. You have built a foundation that is allowing you to move forward and grow in terms of your ability to communicate and express yourself. So you are entering into or considering an offer to take up a new medium of communication, document or record, write down, narrate, or tell the story of your experience or of an experience. This is really allowing you to take a fresh look at what you have overcome, where you have progressed, how you've moved, and to recognize that you are coming into a new opportunity for growth, a new place where you can start at the beginning. There is a feeling of completion, of growth, of celebration with a community of support that surrounds you, a recognition that you have a solid foundation for the growth that you are intending to build upon. The Hermit card in the fourth house is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Nine of Pentacles, a repeat. So this does indeed showing you not only to be very practical in your ability to collaborate with your friends, your peers, with partners, creative opportunities, as well as opportunities for enjoy and to receive the fruits of your labors. This is contributing to your ability to consider your savings, your retirement, your options for investment or the rewards of investments that you've been making. This also reaffirms that this is about your stability, your security, and your protection, and the way in which, having come through many difficulties, you are now intent upon in continuing into investing not only your financial independence, but your ability to receive, recognizing that you are coming into a time of receiving the fruits of your labor. And this is part of what the Queen is asking of you, to not only perform, create, give, and produce, but it's also asking you to make space to receive the fruits of that, to receive the rewards of your efforts in regards to your peers, your alliances. The Lovers in the 7th house is clarified by the 7 of Cups in the 8th house and the Wheel of Fortune in the 9th house. There are many options that have arisen before you, and part of this is your ability to open up your perspective. This is an overall energy that you are now implementing in all of your affairs, particularly in your affairs that relate to your community. So the options that are popping up for you as you are considering a choice, a decision, a direction, you are now better able to recognize the distractions that come up as a part of your exploring the options before you. Many of these distractions are habitual because they arise out of the resources that you share with others. So things that perhaps, as an example, you as a couple would want to do with your discretionary income, or ways that you think of spending or donating or contributing your resources to other efforts, is something that you are now recognizing as in part a distraction from the new path that you are wanting to build on, the new opportunity for growth that you are considering. The Wheel of Fortune is also showing that in your superconscious, your higher self, your ability to dream, to connect with people in visible communities over distances, your desire to build up a curriculum, an opportunity for knowledge growth. There's some opportunity that is coming to you, something that is favored at a distance. And this is really reinforcing the sense that I have that you have a choice around where you're living, where you're moving. That cultural foundation that you're building here is exportable. You can take it with you wherever you go. And this is giving me a sense that where something at a distance was not so favorably aspected for you or as attractive, it now bears an opportunity for you to look for your opportunities for growth in a new location elsewhere, perhaps at a great distance. In the 10th house, you have the 2 of Swords clarified by the Judgment in the 11th and the Ace of Pentacles in the 12th house. You have again manifested this major opportunity, which for you appears to be a chance to redo something that you perhaps once attempted, something that you were involved in the past. And this is particularly relevant to your social activism, your humanitarian goals, your sense of global communion and upliftment has presented itself in a new way. You have worked in this area for much of your professional life, much of your adult life. However, you have a chance to participate, to lead in a way that is new for you, to move in a new direction. Perhaps it's in a direction that is more centered around economic equity, justice, perhaps housing, ecological balance. There are a number of areas that are presenting themselves as opportunities for you to take up this new growth, to be of service in a way that builds on your own security, something you don't have to relinquish in order to participate in a new direction. I'm going to finish this reading, Aries, with an oracle card from the language of flowers and the crystal oracle. And I've pulled the red rose, and the key word is courage. Be brave, be strong, and believe. Thank you so much, Aries, for this reading. Until next time, Namaste.